I am actually getting clear. Hi guys, what's up? My name is Tess. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. I am a licensed esthetician here on YouTube and just wanted to whip out the camera and film a little vlog today. I am actually getting a skin treatment today. I am getting clear and brilliant from my dermatologist. So I thought it would be fun to just film a little before and after vlog in case anyone has been thinking about this treatment or is just curious about medical aesthetics like me. Okay, backstory. I, first of all, love my dermatologist. She specializes in medical aesthetics, so she's not like your typical derm you would find through your primary care who focuses on diseases of the skin and stuff like that. She can diagnose that, but she is more like Botox, lip injections, laser treatments, microneedling, all the fun things. And ever since I met her about 4 years ago, I want to have her on the podcast because she is truly so knowledgeable, and she actually has a really good reputation in San Francisco and the Bay Area. She's very well known, and when I used to work in the treatment room in San Francisco, I would actually have a lot of clients who see her, but she's amazing. Her name is Dr. Austin, and she's on Post Street at Bay Area Cosmetic Dermatology. Cosmetic dermatology is the term I was looking for. Medical aesthetics. Cosmetic dermatology. Ever since I met her, she has been emphasizing this laser treatment, and I've never done it because of cost and because it always scared me a little bit, to be honest, and I have heard mixed things. So, as with all medical procedures, dermatology procedures, even with estheticians, I think it's so important to go to the right person with an expertise in what you are doing and somebody who's really confident in the treatment. I've heard, to be honest, like the most of the bad things I've heard about Clear and Brilliant have been from a certain medical spa that kind of seems, I don't know, I won't say anything about it because I don't know, maybe they have some people who have success, but it seems like people who have had a bad experience have gone to this one particular place, and I am a firm believer that treatments are just as much about the prep as the actual treatment. If you go get an intense chemical peel and you are not on a consistent, strong core routine, I have certainly seen people have backlash from that treatment because their skin was not prepared for it. So if there is underlying congestion or different issues in the skin that haven't been addressed pre-treatment, it's not a shock to me that it could backfire on people. So I voiced this concern to my dermatologist. I was like, I know you've been wanting me to get this for a while, but I've just heard these things. What do you think? And she was like, yeah, you definitely have to have your skin be prepared for it. You need to be on medical grade treatment products, which is just another testament to why I always emphasize using medical grade skincare, because it does help prep and strengthen the skin. If I had, again, a ton of underlying congestion, a lot of heat and inflamed acne, it may not be the best. So I am trying this treatment for a couple of things to sort of improve the overall appearance and health of the skin, to address preventative anti-aging concerns, fine lines, mostly fine lines is what I'm working with, as well as pore size. So pore size for me is something that has become more of a concern lately for me. I have started to produce, I would say, a little bit more noticeable oil in my T-zone, and I always emphasize really having a good cleansing routine to minimize pore size. That's something we can do at home on our own. And I will say I am coming out with a product for pore size when I do reach my line. Don't know when that will be, hopefully within the next 6 months. I have a product for pore size I think you guys are going to absolutely love. I just started using it this week, and it has had a noticeable effect on the shine, the oil, and thus people say it's impossible to shrink your pores. I believe you can by keeping them clean so they don't expand, but the serum is amazing. But obviously I've already booked the treatment and I want to try it for a multitude of reasons. I think it's really beneficial for people who want to see, who have the expectation for really amazing results with their skincare, to not only be on a professional grade routine, but to also get things a couple times a year, such as microneedling or laser treatments. It's because as we age, we do start losing collagen, so it's good to do yearly treatments to sort of like replenish your supply, stimulate those fibroblasts, make the skin stronger, and just avoid aging faster than you have to. If you don't want to do those things, perfectly acceptable. Everyone has their own like comfort level with aging, and some people want to be proactive about it, like myself. So I am so excited to try this treatment. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm I guess sacrificing my face for the video, but I really have a lot of confidence in Dr. Austin. If she feels it's right for me, I trust her judgment. Of course, I've done my own research, and it's something I'm willing to try. So I'm going to attempt to bring the camera with me. I've got to hop in the car and drive about 30 minutes. Hopefully I get my favorite nurse Mary. She's the one I've seen when I've gone in for my treatments. She's literally the nicest person ever, and she always like encourages me to film videos. So if it's someone new, I don't know, we'll see how comfortable I am, but hopefully I can get a couple clips either on my phone or on the camera for the video, but you guys will definitely be seeing the after. So this is my skin now. Got a little PIH. I don't break out a 10 anymore, but when I do, it's usually like 1 on my cheek. I would say the main thing that's bothering me about my skin is just overall tone. I think I've done pretty much all I can do with amazing treatment products for pigmentation. I use a vitamin C serum and a kojic acid and niacinamide brightening serum from SkinCeuticals, and my vitamin C is the one I'm making. And I do use a prescription retinol. I do like enzyme masks. I do use a little salicylic, all things that can turn over the cells and work on pigment. If you get to that point in your routine where you're like, I still want more, it might be a good idea to consider a professional treatment. I have done microneedling twice now, and I've really liked it. Apparently Clear and Brilliant is kind of the next step up after microneedling, so microneedling might be a good thing for you to try if you're wanting to do a treatment, you're wanting to invest a little bit and just see more intensified results with your skincare. Microneedling can address pigmentation, also anti-aging, acne scarring, although it is a slow process. So again, Clear and Brilliant is sort of the next step up, and then after that, Fraxel would be like the next thing you could do for more intense anti-aging results, more intense results with acne scarring and replenishing that collagen. I'm not quite there. I'm not quite at that level. Maybe in my 40s or 50s, I'll think about Fraxel, but that recovery time is more intense. This one should take, I believe they said, between like 1 to 3 days. So it's not quite like a lunchtime treatment, like zero downtime, but it's not something that I'm going to be like, you know, out of commission for a couple weeks. Just should be a couple days. So we will see how I heal. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next clip. Just arrived, and I honestly never go anywhere anymore because of COVID, but I will say I love drives in my car. I feel like they're so therapeutic, and if you feel like you just need to get out of the house for a second and drive around, highly recommend. I feel like I have some of my best thoughts in the car, and I am obviously like non-stop thinking about the skincare line I'm creating because it's my baby and I'm so excited for it. And yeah, I don't know, I've just been thinking so much about it. Like, to an outsider, somebody's probably like, does the world need another skincare line? There's so many amazing ones, but I feel like there are certain things that have never been like perfect to me, and there's obviously like perfect products I'm obsessed with and adore from different lines, but this is just going to be so amazing for me to literally produce everything that is exactly as I want. This probably sounds so silly. And also, like, now that I am working with clients and I feel like I understand people's needs, it is just going to be such a relief to be able to give them what I actually would recommend. So I think the world I think it can handle one more solutions-based skincare line. I feel like at the heart of like why I'm creating this line, like, it's always been a pipe dream and something I always thought would be so awesome, but I never thought I would get the chance to do it. But the reason it's so incredible for me is I watch my friends and my clients and people who follow my channel, clients, just people in my life, I watch them run in circles with the wrong things, and I watch them progressively damage their skin or progressively age it faster than they should be because of the products they are using and because they don't have a proper consistent skincare routine, or they haven't found products they enjoy that work for them. So truly, I am so excited to offer people solutions. And I was just thinking about it on the drive over and like truly visualizing it, like visualizing the final product. Like, I have this vision of like how cool it's going to be to have everything like finalized, have everything ready, and just be like, I'm just imagining myself shipping the products out in my living room, which is going to be the reality. And I'm perfectly aware it's going to get old fast, like shipping things out. I may have to figure out a solution for that in the future. I know it's going to be a grind and not like this glamorous thing where I'm like shipping boxes out. Woo! Like, it's going to get old for sure. But I'm just imagining the orders coming in and myself just like really enjoying that process, even though I'm not going into it naive. Like, it's not going to be hard work or tiring or get old or just like, you know, get tired of having all these boxes and things in my living room. But it's going to be the reality, and I'm going to enjoy at least the beginning of it until it gets to be, if it got to a scale, that's the other thing. Like, I don't know how many people are going to buy this, so I'm kind of just planning on investing the money and having not a large backstock, but a decent amount, and I can always order more. But I'm just envisioning success and envisioning myself enjoying the process. If that makes sense at all, I just imagine exactly where I am in my living room, what the packaging is going to be like, all of it. So here's my tip. Just envision yourself doing exactly what you want to do. Get as clear as you possibly can on the vision. I honestly feel very fortuitous and lucky that this is all coming into fruition, because I will tell you, I'm a bad planner. I think I work so hard and focus so much if I have a goal in mind at that time. But I am not the best at like planning my life out. I've never been good at that because, first of all, I feel like I didn't find what I wanted to do until later in life, until I had spent money on my bachelor's degree, until I'd spent a few years in the corporate world and realized I had an interest in this thing and gone out and I thought somebody was waiting for me. I'm parked, by the way. I thought, I thought my life was going in a different direction than it is. I would have never known, like at 21, I would be creating a skincare line, that I would be a licensed esthetician. Like I just didn't think that would be my life. I've always kind of just like honestly gone with a feeling and made decisions based on a feeling, which I don't recommend that for everyone, but I'm a very, I think, intuitive person. And if something doesn't feel right anymore, I just like can't continue with it. So I've always felt that was like a weakness, but as I get older and just see it playing out for me, now that I do have more discipline and drive and just something that's personal, I'm just so invested in it. I can't see myself like ever working for somebody again. I couldn't do it. But when I was younger, that's all I thought about and wanted. So I think your dreams can definitely change, and that's okay. But I just feel lucky that I ended up here and that this is my life, and I'm really, really excited and happy about it. And I wake up every day like so excited to work on the project, even though there's obviously highs and lows, but it's just a surreal thing. And like when I get an idea or decide on like a certain element of doing this, it just like really fuels me and gets me pumped up. And I honestly never envisioned myself as like a business person. I think it just takes like being in the business that you love and that you know. Anything is possible. So I don't know. I hope that inspires you. Get clear on your vision if you can. Of course, it can change, but I find the best way to get exactly what you want is to imagine it for yourself and start implementing steps to get there. If you just go through life flying by the seat of your pants like I used to do, I think it's harder to get to where you want to be. Yeah, okay. Time to go get my laser treatment. This is my skin before. A little bit of telangiectasia in my cheeks. I tend to get red and sensitive around my mouth area. Like this is a very hormonal and sensitive area for me and for developing pigment, melasma. A little bit of PIH from, I got the biggest pimple, you guys, on my birthday. It was wild. That'll go away, but the treatment should help. Little fine lines on my forehead. I do get Botox. That's the only injection I get. But I have gotten Botox on my forehead and around my eyes. I think I started when I was like 27. That was just me and what was my personal choice for preventative Botox. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm doing my face and my neck and chest because, you guys, I will tell you, if you are younger or if you don't have any signs of damage on your neck and chest, you need to start treating it now. You need to start wearing SPF every day, because I started to get into skincare in my mid-20s, and I'm obviously a very fair skin type, very prone to advanced aging and sun damage. When I started to take care of my skin, I really only focused on my face, and it's been like the past 2 years or so that I've been paying more attention to my neck and chest and treating those areas, applying serums, doing light peels, using retinol, using vitamin C. But I don't want to say it's a little too late, but now I do have those signs of aging. I have some lines on my neck and just on my décolletage, some light freckling and sun damage, which my derm so kindly, in the most kind way, she pointed out and asked if I would like to do the treatment there as well. And I was like, you know what? Let's just do it while I'm here. I think it'll be for the best. And yeah, so that's what we're doing. And I'll just preface this by saying, like, I'm overall happy with my skin. I just think there's always room for improvement, always more collagen to be attained. So it's not coming from like a place of insecurity, but I do like to do bi-yearly treatments for my skin. So yeah, I will see you guys in there if I can. Okay, I'm gonna be late. Okay guys, I have the numbing cream on and it's tingling a little bit. I'm doing my face and my neck, and full disclosure, cost was $650, which is quite an investment, but just letting you know in case anyone's curious about the price. And she said I should expect to see more pigment before it comes off, and that it might feel slightly sandpapery, so we will see. Hey guys, I'm all done, and I'm going to tell you more about it when I get home. Very painful, not for the faint of heart. I'm supposed to wash my face now using the Obagi foaming gel and using the CE Ferulic, which has been trialed with Clear and Brilliant. A little bit of that, and then a cream that has a steroid in it to bring down inflammation. This is the calming cream with hydrocortisone. I'm going to use it every day, obviously, and then Alta MD, my favorite recipe. much to talk about, so much to unpack. This is obviously how it looks post. Okay, I am home and we have so much to unpack. So this is obviously what it looks like. Hope I'm not scaring you. This is what it looks like post Clear and Brilliant. I think it looks, microneedling looks worse because you see all of the blood that's come to the surface, but it does not hurt as much as Clear and Brilliant. So I would say this is what I would say, like, my major advice is, first of all, it's usually, I was talking to the nurse about this because, again, my friend did have a poor experience with it. It's not the best from their perspective for somebody with a lot of heat in the skin or a lot of inflamed acne or cystic acne. It could bring it to the surface, and they should definitely be prepped with the right skincare, such as tretinoin and good vitamin C, professional grade vitamin C, 15% or more, which I don't think she was, and I don't think my friend was given enough information about the prep. But as far as my experience, I'm looking forward to it. She said I should see a bigger improvement with my pigmentation with the Clear and Brilliant versus microneedling. But at the end of the day, she said this one should be more of a little bit of an obvious change, but neither is like, oh my God, your face, you have a new face after one treatment. Both microneedling and Clear and Brilliant, and pretty much all lasers, take a series of treatments. So they recommended I get 2 to 4 treatments. So I'm sure I will. But as far as today, I gotta say, guys, it was painful. And I have a pretty good pain tolerance. But I'm thinking of clients who don't have a great pain tolerance, who are frustrated with their pigment. I would tell them it's probably too much, because there was a point where I was a little nervous. I would say it's microneedling, to me, is mild. I have a pretty good pain tolerance. To some, I could see how it would be considered painful. I don't think it's that bad, but this was pretty intense. Like, I got through it, and some areas were worse than others. But if you are somebody who's like really afraid of pain, it's not for you, because it's intensive. It just feels like, okay, it really was not anything like I expected, I think, because I've gotten a YAG laser or laser genesis before, which I love. I think that's a great place for a lot of people to start. Obviously, consult with a medical esthetician, nurse, dermatologist, but having worked in a medical office, but from my experience, a lot of people love laser genesis. It can just improve the quality of the skin, and it's just like a nice enhancement. I think my skin always looks beautiful after laser genesis, so I love that. It's so gentle and relaxing. Microneedling, kind of like the next step up. Clear and Brilliant. I would do it again, but I need some time to like mentally prepare myself. So I was, I think, kind of expecting to just like lay there and have like a hot heat on my face. I did not record during the treatment because, you guys, I was gonna push for it, but it was sort of an intense environment. Not in a bad way at all. It was just like a serious treatment. My eyes were closed and kind of like taped closed with these little eye pads. The nurse obviously had her hands full, and I just didn't want to throw any other stress on her plate or like make her feel like she was being watched. If it was the nurse I know and I'm really comfortable with, I would have asked, but it was somebody new, and it was like one of those things we kind of had to like both really have our full attention there, just because there were so many really, really painful moments. Gosh, like when she went around the mouth area where I get melasma, that was painful. The side of the neck was painful. The cheeks were really sensitive. Forehead, not as bad, but she did the top of the forehead, which is where we can get a lot of sun and sun damage. That hurt. It hurt. And then she took off the eye pads and went like right under the eye. Obviously such delicate, thin tissue, and I was dying. So again, it doesn't feel like an even layer, even laser on your face. It feels like almost, if you could imagine like a pizza cutter device, like something that rolls like that with spikes on the end of it. I didn't even see what the actual laser looked like, but that's what it felt like. And they essentially go in sections. It feels like they are rolling spikes into your skin, moving slowly section by section, and then they'll come back to an area. But there were moments I just had to like go outside my body. I don't want to scare anyone, but I don't feel like I knew it was going to be that painful. So I'm just warning someone. And it feels, not only is it like it's basically like being in hell for 30 minutes. I'm not gonna lie. Not only do you feel the pain of the spikes, you feel this intense heat. So it's almost like hot spikes are being rolled on your face. It's so hot that they give you this little hose, which is what I was showing, this hose of cool air that you can hold on your face while the nurse is performing the treatment. You basically don't want to take like that cold air away. Otherwise, you feel, it's almost like you can feel actual flames on your face. It feels so hot. So in the beginning, like the first couple strokes, I was like, this isn't too bad. It's gonna be a breeze, all good, like I can handle some pain. I almost like weirdly like pain a little bit. But yeah, then as she progressed, I was like, okay, I see where this is going. It's intense. But I am one of those like crazy people who will do whatever. I think beauty is pain, and I kind of like weirdly like a challenge like this, or like something intense. I think for a lot of people it just wouldn't be up their alley. They would not be down. Like if it was my mom, I could imagine her leaving like 5 minutes in. Love you, Mom, but I don't think it would be for you because it's not comfortable at all. And I think there's people who can handle that, and then people who would hate it or like pass out, or just it would not be for them. Molly, if you're watching, and I know you're gonna ask me if you should do this, I would say it's a little intense, and I would worry for you because I know you're afraid of like needles or intense things like that. So not for the faint of heart. I like it though. If it gives me intense results, I'm personally down for it. So it's very dark in here, but this is what it looks like. It looks like I have a sunburn. I washed my face at the clinic, and that was like around 4. I'm not going to wash my face tonight because I washed it this morning and then twice when I was in there. So I'm just going to let it be. They told me to expect it to feel sandpapery, which sounds fun. And I will probably have some like shedding. And she said it's very important, Estes, you know this, but it's very important not to peel or pick at the dead skin cells because they are essentially like your body's healing process. It's almost like your body's own little band-aid on the skin, so you do not want to pick or peel at it, which I know can be tempting, so I'm going to avoid doing that. But that was my laser treatment. Sorry I couldn't show you more of the actual process. Maybe next time. But I was just trying to live. I was trying to make it to the other side, so here we are. I am so excited for dinner. I am just shredding. I'm about to be shredding some, see it more in this light too. Looks like an intense sunburn. I made some chicken verde with chicken, green salsa in the slow cooker. And it's gonna be good. I'm gonna shred it up and make like a little taco salad with some black beans, avocado, mixed greens, chicken, and a little vegan cheese, and that is going to be dinner. So excited. Should have brought some snacks because that was like 4 or 5 hours. I didn't eat, and I only had eggs for breakfast, so I'm so hungry. You guys can see what it looks like now. Crazy. Like, most people would not be okay with putting this on the internet, but I don't care. I don't care. So yeah, I think I will check in with you guys tomorrow. I'm also going to make a TikTok so you can like see sped up what the process looks like. But I will check in with you tomorrow, and this is my results for day 1 post-treatment. We are 1 day post-treatment, and it has healed so much better than I expected. I mean, you really can't tell that I had a treatment. It's just slightly pinkish, like you can see in my mouth area, kind of like where she started with the laser and where she didn't go. I would say the main thing is the texture today does feel a little sandpapery, which is what they warned me about, but it's nothing extreme. Like if we were not in a pandemic and I needed to be in public for any reason, it wouldn't be a disaster. I obviously wouldn't do this right before like a wedding or a big event without giving yourself like a week or so to heal, but in a week I'll be back on my normal skincare routine. I'm definitely just like a little bit pink. This morning it felt a little bit hot after I applied all of my skincare, but then it just subsided. So I am using a gentle cleanser that's actually from my skincare line. I'm using that, and I'm using the SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic. They gave me these baby samples that are so cute. I'm giving away a full-size one, by the way. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. But this is a serum that they have studied and trialed with Clear and Brilliant, so it's kind of like approved to use right after the treatment to even maximize the benefits, but you wouldn't want to just use like any old vitamin C. I want to make sure it is a professional grade specific one. And I have also been using a moisturizer from my line. All my stuff is so gentle. You can use it post-treatment, so I'm not worried about that. And then I have been using the EltaMD SPF. They only approved a few SPFs, which is interesting. EltaMD Clear, Obagi Sun Shield, and Tizo Tint SPF 40. So yeah, that is the routine today. This is our progress. So much better from yesterday. Definitely red, and the texture is not amazing. Like, I would not want to apply makeup. You're not supposed to apply makeup anyway for a week, but it probably would look a little bit funny. So this is my progress for today, and I think I will check in with you tomorrow and maybe 1 day after that, so we can start to see the redness go away. But you guys sort of get the picture of how it's healing, It's definitely not as extreme as I expected as far as the healing process. The actual treatment was definitely the worst part about getting this done, but so far I'm into it, and I do think I would definitely do it a second and possibly a third time to see more results. Good morning, you guys. This is the update from day 6 now. So tomorrow I will be able to resume my normal routine, start back using my retinol and other acid or exfoliating progress. I have not exfoliated for a week now. I haven't used my Fraxel device. I basically haven't done anything extra. I have just been using gentle cleanser, gentle moisturizer, and the CE Ferulic that they provided me. This is a little prototype of the cleanser I have been using. I don't think I'm going to use this one as a final choice in my line, but I really liked it. I'd love to know from you guys, like, what do you look for in a cleanser? Comment below, and please let me know. I really appreciate the feedback. It is hard to make decisions, so I'd love to know what it is you look for in a cleanser. I am definitely aiming to just have very gentle options available, because one of the main complaints I hear from people is they're not able to find products that are gentle enough, or cleansers that don't leave their skin feeling stripped or dry. So I have actually been using the products in my line for this recovery process. They've all been very gentle and very mild, so they will be, most of them will be usable for sensitive or sensitized skin types or rosacea prone skin types. So that is just looking into the future, but this is back on topic. Sorry, I get excited. I don't mean to self-promote too much, but this is day 6. It is the day that I feel the most progress and I see the most progress. My skin has essentially felt like sandpaper this entire week, and it's been so hard for me. I'm such a texture person. It's been so hard for me not to exfoliate, because your skin really doesn't feel normal, and you can see the little micro wounds that are intentional that the laser creates, and your skin then responds with a healing process, and it creates that little, it feels like a little almost Band-Aid, or the dead skin that you feel on top is a healing response, and it is a sign that the treatment is working and your skin is producing new collagen, producing new skin cells. The collagen mostly happens later, but this is day 6. I still have my little PIH there from before the treatment. So interesting to note that is still there, but overall, in terms of pigment, I think my skin looks a lot more even. I can just tell there's a difference in the quality, and I think it's definitely addressed some of my redness. I think there's a little bit that's more like residual, just like healing. So this isn't the absolute perfect final product. You guys will probably see in future videos more of the final product, but this is the end of the week, and I wanted to show people what they could expect from the treatment. I would say my fine lines on my forehead are minimized. I don't really notice them too much, so it's something to note, although it's obviously different for everyone. She did go underneath my eye, and I can definitely notice a difference there in terms of just pigment, and overall it just looks more even tone. So this would be ideal, I think, for somebody who's like has a big event on the calendar, even though it's pandemic COVID times. In the future, if you had an event or you just wanted to get your skin looking more even toned, if that bothers you, or if you're just wanting to start the process of producing more collagen, It's a fantastic thing to do things like lasers or microneedling. By the time we reach age 40, our collagen production completely stops. So it's good to do proactive things to keep that collagen going and kind of make up for time as we do age. So that was essentially the reason I did it, and I'm very happy with the results. Again, I went to Bay Area Cosmetic Dermatology. They are fantastic. All of the nurses on staff, all of their estheticians, their dermatologists are definitely like top tier, world-class people. So highly recommend them. But yeah, this has been my clear and brilliant journey. Please let me know if there are other treatments you guys are curious about that you would like me to review or sort of show you the process of. I do have a vlog about microneedling. I will link that below and actually show you what it's like actually getting done. So that might be fun to watch. I think it's also educational to make these videos for people who are interested in medical aesthetics, possibly being a medical esthetician or a cosmetic dermatologist, nurse or assistant, somebody working in that space. I think it's really, I'm so obsessed with different treatments and seeing what newer technologies are out there. So I love watching things like this and just learning more about them. Or if you're somebody who's like, I'm a little on the fence, I'm nervous, I just want to see what the process is like, because I did not know what to expect going into getting clear and brilliant. And now I think people have more of a, they more so know what to expect, which is expect to be in some pain. You might have a higher tolerance than me. I think I'm pretty average, and I would say it was painful. It's not for the faint of heart. If you are somebody who's nervous about those types of treatments, or I know some people do, not to scare anyone, but I know some people do pass out in those sort of situations with sharp things or needles or from pain. If you're somebody like that, it's not the thing for you. Start with something more gentle, such as a YAG laser or laser genesis. That would be a great place to start for you. This is for somebody, I think, who maybe has done microneedling, maybe has done laser genesis, and they're ready for the next step, or they just don't mind pain and they want to really work on anti-aging concerns or pigment. If you're more concerned with acne textured scarring, microneedling really is the gold standard, and that's a common question I get a lot. How do I address acne scarring? If we're talking about true scarring and indentation, microneedling is the thing. If you're talking about PIH and like pigment from an extraction or a breakout, this would be wonderful. This is really fantastic for pigment, but just be mindful. It's not a one and done kind of thing. I do see some improvement, but of course you want to get it in a series, so likely 2 to 5 treatments depending on your goals. I hope that helped. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Please comment below, let me know what you thought, and as always, leave a recommendation for a future video in the comments. I read all of them and respond to everyone, and they mean so much to me, so thank you guys so much. I love having you, and yeah, I'm really grateful we have each other, especially in these times, because you guys are, you already know, but you are such a big part of my why. I wake up so excited to talk to you and to create content and to learn about skincare and educate. So thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.